Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your midday news fix for Thursday, the 20th of August. A police watchdog investigation has found an officer was justified in fatally shooting Tom Phillips in self-defence. Phillips and his children were missing for 4 years when the saga ended with a shootout in September. Jordan Dunn has more.
One officer received near-fatal injuries after being shot by Phillips. Within seconds, another officer had arrived, saw Phillips with a rifle and subsequently shot and killed him. The Independent Police Conduct Authority accepts this officer believed the fugitive had likely killed his colleague and would kill him too. It also finds officers provided appropriate care to Phillips, who received a non-survivable injury.
The IPCA overall commends the actions of the frontline officers, but finds shortcomings in the actions of the Emergency Communications Centre Shift Commander. A surprise return to the UK for Harry and Meghan, 6 years after relocating to the United States. It's reported the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will live in a non-royal residence outside London, with their children Archie and Lilibet enrolled to start at a British school from September. The King says their status as non-working royals remains unchanged. The Times chief political correspondent Aubrey Elegati told Sky News there'll be the kind of scrutiny now that they've tried to avoid.
It'll be really interesting, I suppose, to see the juxtaposition, particularly for Harry, who has rallied against so much of what he's sort of seen as aggressive forces acting against him.
New Zealand First Leader Winston Peters is claiming victory as a new poll shows support for restricting voting rights to citizens only. Here's senior political reporter Azaria Howell.
A Taxpayers Union Curia poll shows 59% of voters reckon only citizens should vote. 32% did not support the policy, while 9% were unsure. NZ First is campaigning on only allowing citizens to vote in general elections, as currently permanent residents can also cast a ballot.
Tauranga's mayor says the City Council urgently needs to fix the systemic failures that led to the avoidable loss of life during the Mount Maunganui landslide. 6 people died when the slip came down on the beachside holiday park at the base of Moa in January. An external review has found experts had repeatedly pointed out the hazards since 1999, including identifying the precise slope. Mahe Drysdale says the council missed multiple opportunities to manage and mitigate the risk. A young man's been charged with murder following the discovery of a body in the Hamilton suburb of Rotatuna. Police say yesterday's incident involved people known to each other and they're not looking for anyone else. The 21-year-old will appear in the Hamilton District Court today. And a man's been charged after an Auckland Council contractor was shot in an early morning hunting incident on Kauo Island in Auckland's Hauraki Gulf. The worker was airlifted in a critical condition to Auckland Hospital. To sport, Warriors coach Andrew Webster has signed a 4-year contract extension until the end of the 2032 NRL League season. The deal means his time in charge will stretch to 10 years, the longest in the club's history. The Waratahs have reappointed Michael Cheika as their Super Rugby coach in a back-to-the-future move. He took them to their sole title in 2014. And England are 112 for 2 after dismissing Pakistan for 171 on the opening day of the first cricket test at Headingley. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.